Hello my dear children, how are you all? In this video we are going to see about circulatory system. We know that heart have 4 chambers. Both oxygen rich blood and carbon dioxide rich blood pump through the heart. Let us see about functioning of heart. The oxygen rich blood from the lungs reaches to left atrium through pulmonary veins. When left atrium relaxes, blood moves to left atrium. When left atrium contracts, it moves to the next chamber called left ventricle. When left ventricle relaxes, it gets blood. When left ventricle contracts, it moves to the biggest artery called aorta. So through aorta, it moves to all the parts of the body. Vena cava collected deoxygenated blood from all the parts of the body. When right atrium relaxes, vena cava gives blood to right atrium. When right atrium contracts, it moves to the next chamber, right ventricle. When right ventricle relaxes, it gets blood. When it contracts, it moves to the pulmonary arteries. Through pulmonary arteries, it reaches to lungs. In lungs, it gets oxygenated. Again, this oxygenated blood moves to pulmonary vein, left atrium, left ventricle. Through aorta, it passes to all the parts of the body. Like this, oxygen-rich blood and carbon dioxide-rich blood transport in heart. Children, why do we have this separation? Oxygen rich blood and carbon dioxide rich blood cannot mix, so that we need the separation, and it provides more energy. We need more energy to maintain our body temperature. So this separation of blood help to maintain higher energy needs. Animals like amphibians and reptiles, they maintain their temperature according to their environment. So the mixing of the blood they can tolerate. In fishes, they have 2 chambers. So the blood pumps only one way, one direction only. But in human, the blood pumps 2 times in the heart. It is called double circulation. There is another type of fluid also involved in transportation. It is called lymph or tissue fluid. Through the pores present in the walls of capillary, some amount of plasma, protein and blood cells escape intercellular space. In this form tissue fluid or lymph. It is look like plasma, but it is colorless. It consists of less protein. It drains into lymphatic capillaries from intercellular space, which join to form large lymph vessels that finally open in larger vein. The lymph carries digested and absorbed fat from intestine and drains excess of fluid into the extracellular space to back to the blood. The instrument used to measure blood pressure is called sphygmomanometer. What is meant by blood pressure? The force that blood exerts against the wall of vessels is called blood pressure. It is greater in arteries, lesser in vein. The pressure of blood inside the artery during ventricular systole, that means during contraction, is called systolic pressure, and the pressure in artery during ventricular diastole, that means relaxation, is called diastolic pressure. The normal systolic pressure is about 120 mm of Hg and the diastolic pressure is 80 mm of Hg. Look at these trees. This tree consists of many parts. The whole parts need food and water. It contact with the soil. It can absorb water directly, but this water moves to all the parts of the plant. So how can it move? Through xylem. The xylem vessels, through xylem, it conduct water to all the parts of the plant. Through diffusion, they cannot fulfill their needy. You see the branches. The leaf prepared food. How this food transport to all the parts? The phloem conduct food. The transport of soluble product like photosynthesis is called what? Translocation. So this phloem conduct this food material to all the parts of the plant. It conduct amino acids. With the help of the sieve tubes and companion cells, they conduct food to all the parts of the plant. In this way, transportation occurs in plants. In this video, we studied about circulatory system, transportation in plants and animal. What are the important questions they may ask? Why do we need double circulation? How does transportation occurs in plant? These are the important questions for this video. The next video we are going to see about excretory system. Thank you, children.